Okay. So it's Wednesday night. We didn't do a video yesterday because we sat in the lobby and sang children's songs instead.
Yes.
But yesterday was cool. We didn't go to school. None of us did. We went and checked out an international preschool through grade 10 school called Sanskriti. I guess we had students placed there on this last trip, but it's just so far away from the other two schools that it wasn't reasonable to do this time. It was really cool. It was a lot nicer than almost any school I've seen in the United States, architecturally and just like the general vibe. It was very calm and student focused, and they were really focused on a growth mindset, which is great, and a whole lot of anti-bullying stuff. Like that was on every floor in every grade. It was super cool. His room's purple. That's not weird. Anyway, but so we went there. We got to tour the school, and like I said, it's preschool. So 18 months all the way up through grade 10, and they said they've been adding a grade every year. So next year they'll add 11th grade, and then by the time Nikki's ready to do this trip again in 2 years, they will be a full preschool through 12 school. It was just cool. It was neat. We had lunch there, and it was really good. Better than any school food I've ever had in my life, college included. I mean, it was cool. Anything to add?
I don't know. There was a lot of floors.
Yeah, there were like
So
4 or 5 floors.
it was very tall. And there's a basement.
In the basement.
And they have, like, an area to play cricket, and they called it netball. I don't know what that is. But then they had a big old basketball court and a big enclosed, like,
soccer
field area. And it had, like, a roof over it and, like, netting around it.
That was cool.
And then they had another building that was across from the main building that had all of their extracurricular activities were in, which was mostly music. And they had a room for each different thing. So they had a flute room, a guitar room,
drums,
drum room, keyboard room. So it wasn't all just together. And then they also had offer French and Chinese.
And there are 2 separate rooms for that too. There's a French room and a Chinese room.
And an art room. The art room was
huge
neat.
Art room.
It had like windows and everything, so you could see out. And then it also had like a pottery room. And then we got to see a backdrop that they made for, like, I guess they do musicals, and the last one they did was Mary Poppins. And so, like, it was a neat, cool, like, painting backdrop. So that was cool. And they had downstairs is their cafeteria and then their library. And I guess their library used to be upstairs or in the other building or something. I don't remember.
Upstairs, I think they said, on the top floor.
But they moved it downstairs into this big room, and they've got a lot of bookshelves. And they say it's really empty because they need more books, but it's just because it's a really big area, I think. But then they've got, like, lounging areas with a bunch of pillows and, like,
They do need more books, though.
Yeah.
They didn't have as many books as, like, we would in one of our libraries,
but it was pretty neat.
And then they had a little farm.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They had a nursery for, like, plants and stuff, and then they had goats and they had chickens.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And then they also had, like, a rice field. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know.
She said, and they,
I was in the back of the boat. I didn't hear a lot of what she said.
Yeah, so our tour guide person, I don't remember what position she was at the school, but, like, she would only tell the very person standing next to her. So, like, all the people in the back, like, had no idea what she was saying. So we all would kind of have to tell each other what was going on, which was kind of funny. And I was up front for a lot of the times, but I have a bad memory, so I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a very interesting game of telephone.
Yeah. But no, it was super neat.
Someone died that morning. Not one of us, fortunately.
Yeah.
But there was a huge traffic jam on the way there, and we couldn't figure out why. And then we got in, and they said that at 9 o'clock, some guy got hit by a car and died. And so far, we've seen, well, now we are aware of 3 car accidents. One was very bad, apparently. Another, a car knocked into a motorcycle and it fell over, and the people were okay, and they were just annoyed. And then our bus backed into a car at one of the temples.
But it's kind of interesting because they've got, like, no rules here.
It's, like, totally anarchy. So far, the best rule that I can see is shoot the gap.
Yep.
If there's a space, you take it, and that's what I got. It's crazy.
Freaks me out every time.
Yeah, crossing the road here is interesting because, like, there are crosswalks, but cars don't stop, and there are very few traffic lights, and I think I've seen 2 crossing lights ever. So that's always an adventure.
Yep.
And then what else did we do yesterday? We didn't do much.
We came back home, well, to the hotel.
Yeah, we came back home, and then we did our interview for the research project.
Oh, yeah. And then we
played with the puppies.
Oh, yeah. We went to this chicken and beer place, which we went to, like, the night before also, I believe.
Monday? What day is it? It's Wednesday, so we went on Monday?
Yeah. So, and it was okay. The fries were really good. So, this other guy that's in our group, Brad and I, had ordered some fries as our appetizer, and Holby ordered garlic bread as her appetizer. Well, Holby got her garlic bread before, like, we got our meal, which we got chicken nuggets, and it also comes with fries, but the fries were super good, so I ordered more. I didn't get them till after I was done eating my main meal.
Like,
so
after. Like, we were ready to pay.
So that was kind of interesting.
And then we walked around for a little bit. We went and kind of checked out a singing bowl shop. Don't know if we'll be going back. Didn't really look. And then we went to the grocery store for a minute. And then we went to a bookstore. Yeah. And while we were in the bookstore, a guy came up and was, like, really weirdly interested in Brooke. Like, it went beyond, like, I don't know. It went beyond, like, flirting and being, like, friendly to being very strangely interested in Brooke. And, like, he talked to Taylor and I, too. Not really me, because I was on the floor kind of ignoring him because it was weird. But he did talk to Taylor and I, but, like, he was fixated on Brooke, and he kept telling us that the reason he came to talk to us was Brooke. It was weird. Really freaked Taylor out. I just thought it was weird. But so we let him leave. I made everyone wait, and he left first because he didn't work there. He just said he was, like, a friend or something of the guy who owns it. So he left first, and then we went out, and we walked over here, and then we walked over here, and then we went into this store to make sure we weren't being followed, because Taylor was pretty freaked out. It was just weird. It was just very odd. But, like, we were told before we came, that everyone's really, really friendly. It was just a little more than the normal friendly. It was weird. And then we came home, and we sat in the lobby until, I think I called it quits at 10:30, and came upstairs and showered, and made finger puppets, and Brooke stayed in the lobby till about 11 o'clock, singing songs, nursery songs.
Yeah.
Because some of the people in our group at Orchid Garden had to lead an assembly today, and they were expected to sing songs, and they were freaking out about not knowing any songs. So we taught them songs in the lobby of our hotel.
We definitely got a few good looks, but it was fun.
Nobody told us to shut up or leave, so that was a good time.
Yep.
And then today we're back in the classrooms like normal. like I said, I made finger puppets last night, and I just kind of thought they'd be neat to take in and ask my teacher.
Ouch.
I can't see out of my left eye.
In case you didn't see that, Holden just shined her flashlight in her eyes.
Anyway, we just gonna leave that over there. I made finger puppets, just thinking they'd be kind of cool to take in. And if she said, "Yeah, these are cool," I would make more. And I took them in, and she got really excited. And I only had drawn 4 animals. I had a elephant, a lion, a monkey, and a hippo. And so I had them drawn up, and they were just like rough sketches. And I took them in, and she got really excited. And she said, "Yeah, we'll do this with the other class." And so I kind of felt like I stepped on Chancey's toes on accident, and she was fine with it, because that definitely was not my intention to take over her class too. But so they're like, "Yeah, we'll photocopy it because there are 26 kids and you can't draw 26 of these." I'm like, "Well, I could." But so I went and drew 4 more animals. So by the end, I had an elephant, a lion, a tiger, a monkey, a bear, a zebra, a giraffe, and a hippo. And they traced them with marker, and I guess they're making photocopies tomorrow. And then we'll color them, and they'll get to take them home on Friday. And they are going to use my originals as templates for next year. So that was really cool for me, because I wasn't really expecting that.
Yeah, neat. So let's see, what did I do today? Well, so far I haven't really. I'm with the 2-year-olds, like I previously mentioned, and so it's mostly just play. There's a very short period of time where they're doing, like puzzles or coloring or something like that. So I really haven't gotten to do anything or bring anything in yet. And it's not a whole lot, but it was kind of exciting. I got to trace some apples for the kids to color today. So, like, I traced them, and then the kids had to color in the apples. Because they're working on a lot on colors, and every week there's a new color of the week. And last week was blue, and this week was red. And so the teacher was using red apples so they could, like, kind of learn the color. And so I traced it, and then, like, was able to write their names on the paper, and then hand the papers out to the kids. And so when I was handing the papers out, like, I made all the other kids, like, I was like, "Where's Sloke?" or "Where's so-and-so?" And so, like, all the other kids would have to tell me. So that was probably the highlight of my day. And then also, no one's really addressed me. Like, the kids haven't addressed me by name or anything yet. They just, like, come up to me. But today, one of my kids, came up and was like, "Teacher, teacher, teacher." So that was kind of exciting. I don't remember anything else. But every other day, the 2 toddler classes are combined, and the other teacher of the other toddler class ended up switching with an assistant teacher from the 4-year-old class. And I don't know why, but I asked several of the teachers, like my teacher, then I asked the other teacher when she was briefly on the playground at recess. And they both said it was going to be like a forever permanent thing. So I don't know what happened, but I'm kind of disappointed because I really liked that other teacher. And Sam, another girl that's with us, who works in the 4-year-old classroom, really liked the assistant teacher, and so we're both kind of bummed. But so I don't know how well I'll get to know this other teacher.
In a week and a half.
Yeah, because she was in there when we were singing songs today, but, like, she didn't say a word to me. So, and at first I had no idea who she was, and so I asked my teacher when we got back to our room, because the kids sing songs together. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, and then we came home, and we had a small powwow. Nikki bought a bunch of snacks that were interesting. Brooke and I it's called Moondall, and and we're totally pronouncing it like white people. Um, but it was like puffed rice, kind of. It was interesting. It was good, ish, you know. And everything else was spicy, and there were cheese balls.
Well, there was cheese balls. They were kind of good, but.
But we saw a rat. That was interesting because they don't look like our rats. They look almost more like voles. Like they're just really long. And it was weird, and they were scurrying around, and we kept trying to sick the cat on it, but one of them was sleeping and would not wake up when Nikki went and so it did wake up. Nikki went and harassed it, and it woke up, and then it went back to sleep. And then the other one couldn't catch it. Caught it once, I heard it, and it let it go, apparently. Don't know. But so, I mean, that was interesting. That was an adventure.
I guess one other thing that did happen is, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Monday I wrote down a couple of other songs that I knew, and brought them into the teachers. So, like, because they're really interested in, like, learning other songs. Like, my teacher said that I don't know the words, but I really like to listen to them. So I, like, brought in some other songs that I knew. And it was only 3 of them, but we kind of went over them Monday, but I had the paper in front of me and, like, was reading it off. But then today, she had us go over it also, and, like, with the kids, and, like, made the kids do it. Whereas Monday, it was just the teachers and I doing it. So that was kind of exciting. Although one of the songs I don't really know very well. I got it from Holby. So.
Oh, Jelly in the Bowl.
Yeah, Jelly in the Bowl. I knew most of it, but it was kind of awkward. But I'm trying to. After last night, it got me really excited, and I remembered a bunch of songs that I did know but totally forgot about. And so I might try and incorporate or, like, write down some other songs. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So we did the meeting.
Yeah.
Hung out in the lobby for a bit. We were gonna go check out Tanga, I can't pronounce it. Cotton painting shop, like a traditional painting. We were gonna go check it out, but that got changed, so we might do that tomorrow if we don't ride the elephant. If not, we'll do that sometime next week. Maybe on Sunday. But so Brooke and I went to dinner, and we went to this place called the Electric Pagoda, which is where we ate our first night here. What are you looking at?
The time.
Oh. But so we ate at the Electric Pagoda, and it's good. It's a kind of just a hangout, lounge around place. And so I got a quesadilla that was really good, but it was spicy. And Brooke got fajitas that were really good, but really spicy. But really, really good. If we had, like, our sour cream and some cheese, I think it would have been okay.
Yeah, so I made the mistake of trying the sour cream before putting it in, and it was literally, it tasted like sour cream, like really spoiled milk or something. It was not good. But Holby put it on hers and, like, didn't taste it before, and she said it kind of took some of the spice out or some of the heat out, but
yeah. And then we went to a little like coffee shop
kind
called
of like
Himalayan
a
Java.
Starbucks of
or like a Paramount Cafe
Nepal.
Kind of? Yeah. And so Brooke tried to order food, but the kitchen was closed. So that was kind of a bummer. But I had, they call it chocolate truffle, and it was cake, and it was really good, and I have no regrets. And then I had a peach iced tea, because they use bagged ice. And they're one of the few places in town that do, so, like, the ice is safe there. So I'm drinking this iced tea, and I get down to the last, like, 2 sips and realize I don't know what kind of water they use. Like, if they used filtered or bottled water, or if they used, like, tap water. So we're seeing how that goes in the next 24 hours. Because if I'm going to get sick, it'll probably be in the next 24 hours. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that.
I just got a mocha, but it was much more coffee than chocolate.
Very.
And I'm not really a big coffee person.
Yeah,
but
it was really strong.
I drink it.
Yeah. No, there's no way I'm not drinking these for. They're like 300 rupees, which is $3. Like, it's not bad, but
when you only have so much money,
yeah.
though, it makes it kind of difficult to waste food.
Which is a real bummer because we get so much food here, and like nobody can ever finish a full meal, but there aren't like refrigerators to put it in, and so that's always a bummer that we end up wasting. I feel like we waste a lot of food. That could be really good reheated, like noodles. Noodles are super good. But so we went to Himalayan Java. That was good. And then we went and wandered around Tamil for a little bit, and I wanted to look at the gift that I had commissioned for Mark to see how far along it was, and we went to the wrong shop, we kind of went to the wrong shop. We got distracted by keychains at the door for 30 rupees, which is 30 cents.
Yeah.
And so we were looking through them, and we found lots of monkey teeth, which was kind of cool. And we brought a bunch home and showed Ty, who got attacked by a monkey on Sunday during our tour. And we showed him, and he was super excited and kind of freaked out, but...
And nobody believed him that that's what the monkey's fangs looked like. They're like, well, part of it was in the gums, and he was like, well, even if it was in the gums, like, this much of it was out, and it's scary, and that could have ruined my face.
Could have killed me. But so we both got a bunch of keychains, like a ridiculous amount of keychains, and then we picked up our art pieces that we'd had commissioned, and they're really cool. They'll be cool to show off when we get home. And then we went into a store that had postcards, and I was looking through the postcards, and I picked out a couple, and then the guy was asking, like, I was trying to pay, and so the guy was asking if we're from the U.S. or USA, and I was hearing New York City, and so I said no, and then I realized he was asking USA, and so I'm like, oh, yes, and so he gave me the "you're an idiot" look and just laughed at me, and so that was...
It was kind of funny.
That was my white person story for the day. I could have sworn he was saying New York City. I don't know why, but he was saying New York City. Laurel or Yanni? He was saying New York City. And so that was an adventure. That was funny. Made it back to the hotel, obviously. Showed Ty our monkey teeth. I think tomorrow we're going to school. I might be going swimming. We'll see what happens. Not feeling it, but we'll see. And then maybe riding an elephant? Or going to the zoo?
If it's happy, or if Shriram calls. Yeah.
Yeah. The elephant was angry on Monday.
Yeah.
And so nobody got to ride the elephant. And so we're hoping that the elephant is happy tomorrow. And so whoever wants to go ride the elephant can ride the elephant. And then I think that's all we have going on tomorrow.
Yeah.
We get to do music tomorrow.
I do music every day.
I don't. Although we did sing Jungle Jungle, Who's in the Jungle, like 4 times today.
Although we'll probably get to do the Hokey Pokey, because the only time we do the Hokey Pokey is when that guy comes in.
Yeah.
Which was Thursday.
But, yeah, it's been a good week so far. I'm definitely kind of counting down the days to come home, though. I'm ready for my soft bed and a toilet that actually flushes. Sorry for the TMI, y'all. A shower
I just
that I feel
want,
clean.
surprisingly, fruit and vegetables.
Ooh, yes. And steak and Qdoba. I want Qdoba.
Yeah, everyone kind of wants Qdoba.
and Chick-fil-A. We're all kind of just talking ourselves.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
and
cold
I
here.
wanted Taco Bell, so.
But, I mean, it's been cool, but I'm glad we're kind of winding down toward the end of the trip. We've been challenged to go talk to a stranger and learn like their whole life story, and or go out into Kathmandu again, like leave Tamil, which is the city we're in. Leave Tamil, go into Kathmandu, and for bonus points, we take a cab.
Holby's not feeling that.
Holby's not feeling it, no.
Which I don't particularly want to spend the money.
Which is why it's a bonus, because Nikki doesn't want to force us to spend money, but she thinks we should experience a cab. And I have experienced cabs. I don't care for them. I'd rather walk. But, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. I don't know if we'll do a video tomorrow, if we'll do one Friday. But, we'll see. Reach.